Hey, it's Adam Murphy, Democratic candidate for U.S. Senate here in Wisconsin, and a few days ago I put out a 4-part video series here on TikTok that was a whopping 4 minutes long, talking about the economic concept of the Laffer Curve, Reaganomics, and the GOP tax cuts that have happened since the early 80s based on the idea of the Laffer Curve. And that video series has received now hundreds of thousands of views. I apologize that I put it in backwards order. If you haven't watched it, please go back, start at video 1, make it through video 4. But it also generated thousands of comments from you viewers, which is absolutely amazing. So some of them were questions asking for additional clarification. Some of them were criticisms, saying they didn't agree or challenging certain things. And as we looked through those thousands of comments, we realized that, quite frankly, a bunch of them kind of grouped together. A bunch of people had the same comment or question. And so I wanted to address them, and we're going to address them in a video series. I don't know how many videos this will be, and I will absolutely do, hopefully, a better job of putting them in the proper order for you to make it easier to watch. So here's the very first topic, though, and this is so important, and this was my mistake, and that's one of the advantages of doing these, is I get to learn what my mistakes were. So the idea of the Laffer Curve is there is a federal tax rate on our income for businesses, for personal, right? And there's tax revenue that is generated. And the idea is, as the tax rate goes up, revenue goes up till we reach this peak point. And if you go too far, then revenue dips. And I had made the comment that this top point, the peak, is the most efficient. And that's true. Economically, if we were to look at that, that is the most efficient point on the map. However, the comment that came out, and this was so legitimate, was, oh, you want to maximize the amount of money that the government gets. I don't. That's actually not my goal at all. I probably want to be somewhere in this range. I don't know what that number is. Again, this curve could look a lot of different ways. But I want to be in here where we are bringing in enough revenue for the government to do what it needs to do. So if we want to talk about debt, that's an issue. We can also talk about spending. That's a different issue. That's the other side of the equation, right? But we can't just talk about one side. So we need to bring in enough money for the government to do what it needs to do. And I believe, because of my interpretation of the Laffer Curve, that this also impacts business reinvestment, business growth, which affects jobs and the economic GDP growth of the country. So I believe there's a balance in there that we need to find. And that perhaps we have found it in the past. We'll take a look. We'll talk about some numbers. But that's what I'm suggesting, not that we maximize revenue by any stretch of the imagination, but instead that we find a really good balance point somewhere south of that peak.